Hey everyone, Nate here with Misbehavin'. Today I'm setting up some compost bins for my leaf mulch, and you can follow along. Let's get started. Okay, the method I'm going to be using is a tube of wire made out of the wire reinforcement mesh that you put like in a concrete driveway. I originally formed the tube out of it, brought it into a full circle, zip tied it together, but I've realized it's too tall for me to easily load the leaves into it. So I'm actually going to cut it down in half. And it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. The difference is where to cut it. One of them is going to have to end up with spikes. So I guess we'll just cut below the line. Okay, now that we got the ring cut, there's one. And since we have the sharp spikes on this one, I'm going to turn it over. Now these are definitely shorter than I originally intended, but I have to make do with what I have this year. So the plan is to fasten them to these 2 T-posts, which keeps them in place, and then use a couple of zip ties to fasten them to each other, and then we'll start to fill them. Okay, it's time to get them loaded. Okay, so now both bins are loaded. The next step will be to add a little bit of fertilizer. Right now, all I have is standard Miracle-Gro and Triple 13, and I have some urea. So I'm actually going to add urea. That's the 3400 typically you see at the big box stores when you buy it in a bag. It's a white granular. It's basically nitrogen, for lack of a better term, bound up in a polymer that water and the bacteria can free, and then it goes into the system and gets used. And we're going to add that to the top and water it in, and that'll start to get the process going. And the idea is to keep these damp, not soaking wet, but damp. So it's going to take a little while to get the water to percolate through and get the moisture content up, especially in the middle. That'll be the next step, adding the urea. Okay, here we are. I've got some urea in the bucket. This is about 2 cups worth. You can see it's just like a white pearl, or BBs. And I've got some also in the watering can. Now we're just going to fill it up with water, slosh it around to get it dissolved. Okay, so I've got the urea and water mix. And I'm just going to water it on. Pretty straightforward. Ideally, I would have just sprinkled a small handful, maybe every 8 to 12 inches of compost layer, and watered it in. Added another layer and repeated. The problem is I don't have a water source down here, so I have to carry the water in. So it won't be quite as efficient on starting it up, but we are supposed to get some rain here in the next 2 to 3 days. And hopefully we'll get enough to get this started. It's also another reason I'm out here doing this now, is I wanted to get the leaves mulched and thrown in these bins before they were all wet and heavy. Saved me a little labor. All right. The last order of business is I'm going to take the temperature. I'm going to show you that when your compost pile revs up, the internal temperature will spike, and it'll get well over 100 Fahrenheit. So let me go get a thermometer and we'll get a baseline established. Okay, I've got the thermometer. Let me bring you all in so you can see what's going on. So you could use any thermometer that reads degrees, not a cooking thermometer. It's got to be able to go, you know, a little less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit and up to maybe say 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So all I'm going to do is turn it on. I'm going to put it to Fahrenheit because we're in America and we still use that system. And we're going to put it in. I'm going to put it as deep as I can press it. And that way we should be able to tell what it is down inside. All right, looks like we're going to call it about 68, 68.1 on day 0. Here we are, day 3. Right above 130 degrees Fahrenheit, about 10 inches in. Okay, I also wanted to show you what it's looking like here at day 3. Steaming away, it's already dark inside. Composting down quick. All right, everyone, that's it for today. I've showed you how I'm starting my first compost piles on the new property. It's by no means the best way or the only way, but this is how I'm going to do it for this year. We'll learn from it and improve on the next. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and found it informative or useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it in the way of DIY homesteading farming, please subscribe to the channel and make sure to click on that bell notification so you know when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.